storm is crazy. It came out of nowhere. All right, so this is the first time I've ever let them kind of free range. I'm gonna let them out, and I've been debating whether I was going to do this for a couple of days now. Just because of that, I'm worried that they will destroy my garden by eating all the plants. That's what I'm worried about. But I'm gonna show you why I let them out. There are so many grasshoppers. I don't know if you guys can see all them jumping as I'm walking. There are so many, and I'm having problems with my seedlings coming up. And this happening, or this happening. And there's one right there. Just crawled on the other side of this. There he is. But yeah, I'm having it where all of my bean plants, seedlings, like this is not gonna survive. That's dead now. So this is their first time that I've kind of just like let them free roam. And they're really good about going into their coop at night. They know where home is. And so I'm not really worried about them not coming back. That's not what I'm really worried about. Like, you see that one over there? She was just chasing grasshoppers. But I'm hoping they'll come this way. Yeah, there's a bunch of them chasing grasshoppers. But I'm hoping they'll come over towards the garden area. I don't really want them in the garden, but if they could eat the ones around the garden, that'd be really nice. I don't know what to do. This year's been pretty discouraging with this garden. Just with the weather and, you know, trying to get things set up, and just don't feel like I'm doing it this year very well. It's very windy out here. We just went and tried to fix the chicken coop and the duck coop. Our chickens are out on the side of the house here. I'm not sure if they have a way back in, so should be okay. They're kind of getting a windbreak right here on the side of our house, but it is so windy. You can see all the damage from the wind. I'll show you closer later. Our ducks are out there in the field. This storm is crazy. It came out of nowhere. Alright, so it's been a couple of days since that terrible windstorm. We're only now getting out here to show, I guess, the damage, and maybe we'll have time to fix it today. This pole, this metal pole, is completely bent here at the base. So you can see it ruined the fence here. You can see in the ducts, this needs to be fixed. Over here, it's cracked the fence here because because the chicken coop was getting literally pushed by this wire fence kennel, because this had a tarp over it, and it literally just like was gathering all of the strength of the wind, and it had fallen in here and was pushing against this, and it almost broke our chicken coop's legs. I feel like God really prompted me to let my chickens out of the run that day, which I had never let them out before, and it made me nervous. But I did. I felt like after everything that happened that day, I really felt like Heavenly Father just was looking out for my flock and my just for us, because this whole entire thing came crashing in here, and if they had been in the run, then they would have been killed. Even just the fact that I came out here when I did. I wasn't going to come check on the animals at all. I figured that they were safe, in the run and safe in their coop and the duck house. And I figured they were okay. Well, as I was about ready to go inside, because I had just brought in a bunch of my plants that I haven't planted yet. As I was just about to go inside, I just felt like I really needed to go check on the animals. And so I did. I came out here and I could see that the chickens' wire fence was inside of the chicken run. And I went running to go get Kyle. He came running out here, and about a minute or two later, the wind picked up so hard, and in that moment, Kyle was the only thing between that chicken coop and that basically parachute. And it was scary. It was really scary, because I thought it was gonna hurt him. Literally, it would have taken out our chicken coop, and we would have lost the chicken coop. Like I say, we would have lost it. It would have been broken to a point where it might have been hard to fix. And then I just started praying, because I don't know what else you do in that moment. You know, the wind was so bad. So Kyle put these metal posts here to try to brace the chicken coop. I mean, that was the only thing that we could think to do. As Kyle was holding the kennel and I was trying to cut off the tarp, our neighbors came running to help us, which was really, really kind of them. They didn't have to come help us. They came and they were helping us hold the duck wire fence down while I cut off the tarp. Yeah, that tarp was what was the problem. I don't know, I'm just so grateful. I really feel blessed that I feel like Heavenly Father really prompted me to take care of my chickens that day by letting them out of the coop, by letting them out of the run to run around. And I feel like he prompted me to go out and check on the animals when I did, because we would have lost our coop. I feel really blessed that you know, that our coop isn't completely destroyed and that our chickens are safe. So that's kind of what happened. That's the damage. We haven't had time to fix it. This has been frustrating, coming out and seeing this. Yes, these are supposed to be beans, green beans. And that's how almost every single one of these look. I only have 2 that actually, maybe 3 that have leaves. These tomatoes seem to be doing a little bit better than the seedlings. And even the squash plants are getting eaten. No cucumbers have come up, and I've planted a lot. And with the weather, we're actually supposed to have another night that is supposed to be in the freezing. It is supposed to be 35 degrees come, I think, Monday. I've had a lot of talks with God about the weather. We're almost in July. And there goes my growing season. I was just at my dad's house, and his garden is just big and full, and mine is just little babies still. And it's my fault, because I've been holding off on planting because of the weather. And, you know, maybe this year is just the year that I'm learning what it is that I need to do next year